Hello and welcome to another exciting matchup of Echo Arena on VRML Channel 2. This is Revolt versus Team DC. I'm SputnikKobra and I'm joined by my co-caster RoxTytan and Hex on analysis. How are you doing, RoxTytan?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right. I'm looking forward to this matchup. And with that being said, the headbutt will come through at mid and it will be taken by Team DC as they go for the clear.
Yeah, bouncing around the tubes a little bit open in mid, but the one catches up with it, passes over to Nostratic, who loses this a little bit, but is able to recover it quickly here. Actually gets a little bit taken up by Unsound, and I believe that was Illuma Sniper with the stack there. Nope, it was Storm. Ends up in the hands of Team Revolt. Passing it over to the shoulder, but it bounces up towards the ceiling. Picked back up by Nostratic, who goes for the clear. And looks like the disc will be bouncing around midfield. Picked back up quickly by Nostratic, who's able to recover and make the long clear down to an open goal. We'll see which chain get there first. Looks like it will be Team Revolt finding the disc and taking a bit of a moment to reset themselves.
So these are newer teams. I believe that this is their first game of the season. Definitely the first season that they've competed in. And these are North American teams, I believe. Maybe chat can come through and let me know. But with that being said, a player of Revolt will miss the disc in the bubble of Team DC. Some stuns will come through along the wall. And it'll go into the hands of Storm as he tries to make his way into that bubble.
Yeah, two North American teams here coming in. We got a long pass to the backboard, and the first goal of this round by Unsound with the assist from Pizza Eater going to the side of Team Revolt.
So 90 seconds off the clock. The first 2 points on the board in favor of Revolt. Very evenly matched so far in these first 90 seconds. So with Joust advantage, Team DC is going to try to respond.
Yeah, so we see kind of rollout they go with here. Quick pass over to the left side. Picked up fast by Blue Spartan, who finds his teammate on the floor. Looking at a goal, but there is a goalie, and he does get swarmed and taken out.
And trying to find that reset back towards the bubble. That goalie and player Storm coming out, finding that off that stack, retrieving it, but not able to find that clear, so we'll bounce back towards their backcourt. We slap towards that bubble by Nostratic. And getting stunned out will be a player of Revolt in that bubble. Revolt just having a difficulty getting it out of their backcourt, and Team DC just having difficulty getting within that bubble.
Yeah, seems to be kind of locked at a sort of a standstill here, where neither team can really break that edge of the bubble. Revolt is stuck inside of it, but I say that actually the stack comes out, and Storm taking a long shot. Unfortunately, it goes a little bit wide, but it looks like his stack will be there to pick it up. He's got pressure though, and the stun comes out, but it does get recovered by Pizza Eater, who finds Storm, who goes for the fadeaway shot, but unfortunately bounces a little bit wide. Slapped out by, I think it was Blue Spartan.
So how many casts have you done so far this season, Rox?
This is actually my first one.
Oh, I feel honored for you to join me. Definitely a little bit more stressful than the other casts. I am new to the whole casting and camming. I've been, well, not casting itself, but definitely camming, and I think Rox felt a little pressure from that. But it's good to have you joining me.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good to be here. We have Revolt now moving the disc up the field. Some pretty good passes. And it looks like that one will bounce around a little bit in tunnel, though. And will get picked back up by the one from Team DC. He's going to go for the nice cross pass over to Nostratic. And we'll see Team DC moving up the court here.
And finding that cross pass. Still no points from Team DC there. Trying to get towards that bubble of Revolt. Revolt just sending it back out for that clear, but Coffee able to shut down that angle. And it will bounce off the Geo into the hands of the one sending it across to Nostratic. Nostratic going for that shot. A little bit of an underhand whip. That angle coming through finally for the one, so it's tie game, 6 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, Team DC is doing a great job moving the disc up the field, but that edge of the bubble there, I think Revolt just has a really locked down bubble defense. They've had trouble breaking in, but you finally get through the pass to the one on the floor there, and they do end up getting that 2 points to tie this game up.
So Rox, being a member of Joker, are you excited for the match tonight?
I am very excited, yeah. I think it'll be a really great match, and if you're watching this now, you should definitely turn in and watch that. I believe at 9 Eastern?
Yeah, I believe so. It's at 9 Eastern. I know that Palador and Mini Hat are going to be on it. I was considering joining that cast, but I'm a little tired today, and I'm sure Dimwee would appreciate getting on that one. So with that being said, Illuma Sniper sending that right for a short pass, and then left a Pizza Eater, and then forward to Unsound, and they're going to clear it down towards the bubble of Team DC. So a lot of clearing, a lot of forfeiting of possession from both these teams, but very even in terms of possession time. So, you know, they're not doing anything wrong, but Storm will come through with that stun, trying to go for that long shot. It's going to bounce into the hands of Unsound, not able to finish it. But Storm looking for an attempt, going to get shut down by that defense. Pizza Eater now with it. He's got a chance, and he's got that open goal, so he's going to find 2 points.
Yeah, both teams doing a pretty good job of controlling the disc, but also you're seeing a little bit of panic where they're controlling the disc and they just end up with a long clear. If they can just calm themselves down, you know, I mean, they're new teams. It's probably, I don't know if this is their first match each of the season. It might be. It's definitely a little bit nervous, but they're doing fairly well, all things considered, controlling the disc. As long as they just keep their nerves about them, I think we'll see a pretty good match here.
Absolutely. I mean, I think we're seeing a pretty good match right now. And like you said, these are newer teams. They just have to play and figure out their rhythm, and it just takes time, as with anything. And that shot coming through, and that one's going to be off target, but looking to retrieve it will be Revolt. Revolt will find it. Pizza Eater looking for something, sending it to Shield. Storm sending it back, I believe, for a reset, but not there will be the backline player. And now it's a loose disc, and Stacks coming through, trying to find that possession, trying to get back on defense. So no Stratic with it, approaching the bubble of Revolt. And Revolt just trying to hold off this offense.
Yeah, Stratic doing a good job here, just being patient, pushing up. His teammate gets the stun on the goalie, and that will be Team DC with another fairly easy 2 points. Stratic making a really good play there, just taking his time, controlling the disc on the floor, waiting for that lane to open up, and then just pushing in as soon as the goalie gets stunned, and taking was almost a free goal.
And a player asking, can you change controller binds? Can't do it in any easy or intuitive way, but you can definitely do it if you know a little bit about, you know, basic programming, and it's definitely a lot of a struggle to get that done. I think maybe Rox can say more about that.
Nah, you're putting the spotlight on me. I do not want the spotlight.
So yeah, you really can't change the controller binds in this game in any easier, intuitive way. And a shot coming through from tunnel, it's gonna bounce off the tubes, the tube guard, the tube shield, and Pizza Eater now with possession at ceiling.
Yeah, he finds his teammate Unsound over on the side. They're gonna try to make this controlled push up. Storm going for the pass though, does end up getting picked by the one, who goes for a little bit of bounce off the ceiling, but does get picked back up by Illuma Sniper, who's gonna find his teammate on the ceiling, Pizza Eater. He's gonna try to move the disc up. Doesn't have any pressure yet, but here comes the stack. He's gonna make the pass over to Unsound, but looks like it was a little bit wide. Luckily, they won't be able to pick it back up though. Storm gonna move up the floor. Actually, take a long shot, and for 3, Storm sees the open goal, sees the opportunity, and takes it with a beautiful shot from 20 meters out.
Yeah, I think he might have heard his teammates around him and felt the pressure. You could see him, you know, trying to put up a block, maybe a little bit of miscommunication. But that added pressure from miscommunication at least caused that shot to come through. That 3 will put them in the lead.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a bit of a big goal there. So far this match, we've seen a lot of hard-fought 2s, having a pretty much very unexpected 3, if I do say so, coming out. And will be Illuma Sniper getting his hands on it, but unfortunately, the disc goes in anyway.
So Suntake. So I'm sorry, I apologize.
Sorry. Bringing that back to a 1-point game. Revolt still in the lead though because of that 3-pointer. We'll see if they can hold it for the last minute here.
So Suntake asking, wait, are some of those teammates on Revolt level 0? So the numbers you see next to their names are their player assigned numbers. So you can assign your own number. Like I'm 13. Rox, what number are you?
I believe I'm 14.
So a lot of QB numbers right there, and Unsound taking that shot is gonna bounce off the crossbar. But yeah, the players can assign their own numbers. Those aren't levels, and Storm will whip around and find another 2 points from behind the goal with the assist by Pizza Eater.
Yeah, Storm definitely finding a bit of a hot streak here in the last couple minutes of the game, hitting that long 3 and then a quite impressive 2-pointer there behind his back. And we'll see if Team DC can come back though. They do have 30 seconds left to get a 3-pointer to stay in this game, take us to OT. and they're going to be moving a pretty quick rollout, all things considered. Nostratic taking it up into the disc, goes for a juke, he gets it, but he's going to need a 3-pointer. He goes for a 2, and that will be 2 points to the side of Team DC, getting that last point. But unfortunately, I think they're out of time for the round.
I mean, they could possibly challenge the QB and have to slap it in with like a few milliseconds left. Let's see. Yeah.
Launch off, but,
yeah, it wasn't possible. You were right. So that will be the first round, 9-8, in favor of Revolt.
Yeah, very close round 1 there. We do see Revolt coming away from it though, but I do think this is one of the series we could very possibly see a game 3 in. So I'm gonna throw it over to Hex on analysis and see what you thought of the round.
Yeah, it's a very great match. It's very even. Both teams have the same amount of experience. I double checked. It's both their first game of VRML, so you can see a bit of nervousness there, which is quite normal if it's your first game and it's getting cancelled at the same time. Like Sput said, there are a lot of clears and a lot of panicking movements, but also a lot of great passes and great positioning, especially coming from Revolt. Like also, if you look at the stats, Revolt has great stats overall with some good assists, some good points, and a couple of saves. And then on Team DC, Nostratic with his 4 points, it's really great. And I can't wait to see if DC will get back to this in the second round.
Yeah, we'll head into the second round now. I do believe it was, if I remember correctly, Team DC that did come away with the win off the joust last round. I'm not sure if that's correct though, but we'll see who takes this one, because that was an incredibly close first round. Actually came down to a bit of a maybe miscommunication in the last seconds there. We're going for that last point. But we will see Team Revolt winning the joust now, with the bounce pass over to finding Unsound pretty cleanly. Unsound looking for the cross pass on the floor, finds Pizza Eater, who just digs off the bottom corner. Unfortunate. It looks like Unsound will get a slight boost and come back, although he does slow down. The disc now floats cleanly into the hands of Blue Spartan. He goes for a quick shot, a little bit to the left though, unfortunately, and this will be open here. It's picked back up by the one, who's going to slow it down a little bit, find his teammate across the arena. Blue Spartan pushes into the bubble and takes the shot, but Illuma Sniper with the save. Goes for the clear, but does get picked back up by the one. Team DC putting up a pretty strong offense here. They're taking attempts. Unfortunately, Team Revolt is definitely putting a stop to them. But DC is relentless at that midfield, not letting this disc out, not letting this offense die. And they are going to keep control of the disc. But the pick from Unsound, finding the clear, but into the hands of Covey on the back line. And the TC offense continues. And back in the hands of Necratic here. They're going to push up and see if they can find another opening.
And with possession, Stratic looking for something. Trying to pull out that defense, getting it up to Nest, and Blue Spartan's going to send behind goal to the one. And a really well-executed play from Team DC.
Yeah, Team DC with the absolutely relentless offense there. Almost a full minute and a half of offense, where they were just pushing in, getting a couple attempts, getting saved by Illuma Sniper and goal there. But eventually they did break through as Team Revolt was unable to get a clear off.
So with possession, Illuma Sniper setting it to Tube into the hands of Unsound. Unsound looking to ceiling, getting it to Trench to Pizza Eater. So Pizza Eater trying to make something happen, setting it right cross to Storm, and Storm is going to go off the backboard. So it's looking like these teams are both warmed up now. They're making their plays, they're executing their passes, and they're responding possession after possession.
Yeah, Storm with a bit of a juke there on the pole into a kind of a looks like a backhanded bank shot off the backboard to put that top pocket and tie this game back up. Now into the hands of Team DC, we'll see the disc go into the hands of the one. They got a really quick pass, but unfortunately hits the Geo and goes a little bit high there. Will be picked up by Unsound. He goes for a little bit of a long shot, but again connected with the Geo. The stacks do come in though, and we'll see who can get away with it. This does go loose, but looks like it will be picked up by Team Revolt, who's going to try and slow this down for the offense. They do have a man on him though. You'll find the back pass to Illuma Sniper, who's then going to take this to the ceiling and look for a pass.
So Illuma Sniper not under pressure just yet. He's going to send it to Unsound. So Illuma Sniper, kind of a difficult name to say. But finding that possession, sending it up to Unsound. So that's another 2 points to Revolt.
Yeah, Revolt now taking the lead after that relentless DC offense at the beginning. Revolt coming back with two relatively quick goals. The first faster than the second, but still pretty quick all things considered. The one this time finding Blue Sniper on a quick pass. With the bounce pass off of the wall, unfortunately goes a little bit high. Does find the hands of Storm, makes a quick back pass to Illuma Sniper in goal, who's then going to find the clear through the tunnel.
And these teams are trying to find their stacks, trying to get down court. Will be in the hands of Pizza Eater, but Pizza Eater not able to find that shot, and Blue Spartan to pick it up and do that behind the back clear, finding Nostratic at mid. So a nice clear resulting in a pass. Nostratic now with it. Nostratic now with it, looking for something. And these teams are just not pressuring outside the bubble. They're getting into the bubble and they're just maintaining a defense and making that drive on the goal is Nostratic.
Man, I love the patience from DC on offense. They just stop. They're not afraid to hold on to the disc. And especially in Nostratic, this is 2 times now, I think, where he's just seen that he's not being pressured. Doesn't need to pass this. He doesn't see a reason to. And so he's not going to unless he's given a reason to. He's pushed up from outside the bubble and just scored by himself. 2 times now, I think. One at the end of last round and one just now. And that's a really great play from Nostratic in particular, but Team DC in general for opening up the lane for him.
Absolutely. So without applying the pressure outside of the bubble, I mean, they need to pick their targets. They need to, figure out who they're going to pressure, and just allowing Nostratic to come forward like that into the bubble, make that drive towards goal. I mean, maybe that's something to work on, but nonetheless, good offense and good offensive awareness from Team DC.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of those situations where you feel like you need to pass the disc to push into the bubble because that's just how offense works so many times. But if all your passes are covered, like Revolt did a good job covering options, they just didn't cover him in particular, and so he did a great job of recognizing that. As we see Illuma Sniper with 3-pointer, by the way, bringing them up once again for that 7-4 lead that we saw them get at the end of towards the end of the first round. They have it again here with 5 minutes left this time, and we'll see if DC can maybe make that comeback.
So with possession now is Team DC, sending that to Tube a little forward, a little ahead of that player, but it's going to go all the way down towards the bubble. The goalie coming out and under pressure, he's going to get stunned. This is a chance, but not able to finish it. Unsound will find that stun and save. Clear won't be on target. Blue Spartan now with it getting stunned at himself. And you can see this defensive pressure on display.
Yeah, the clear comes out with the chain, and it looks like it will be getting there first. A little bit of a misread, though, but Pete looks like he's still going to get a hand on it. Actually, it will be stolen by Nostratic, who goes for the clear, but picked right back up by Unsound. He's going to fan a teammate on the bottom. He's going to go for the shot. Picked back up by Pizza Eater, but does get hit by a stack, and the one goes for the clear through the left tunnel.
And as that sails through Tube into the hands of Storm, Storm's going to feel that pressure with that stun. Able to get it forward, though, and another stun coming through, so still in their back court. They have this 3-point lead. Revolt needs to just find these stops and find these good clears, and that cross will come through, and another shot. That's 2 points. Nice play off the shield from Team DC.
Yeah, Nostratic once again just holding the disc, waiting until he gets the pressure, and the pressure came that time, but he found the one open on shield and was able to get that quick goal for themselves, bringing it back to a 1-point game.
Absolutely. So with possession now will be Revolt to QB. Not able to find that. Pizza Eater sending that off the Geo. And looking to retrieve it will be his teammate, but that stack from Team DC comes through in a long shot. It's going to bounce off post, but they're going to retrieve it. And just barely ahead of the bubble at 7 meters, they'll take another 2.
But it does put them into a lead, though. 2 is all they needed, because now they're in the lead. Now they have 3 minutes to hold it and see if they can take this to a round 3.
So Revolt having that 3-point lead and losing it in a matter of 2 possessions. They want to execute on this pass. Illuma Sniper now to QB. Looking for an opportunity, sending it to Tube. Under pressure, going to lose the disc for just a second. Sending it up to the ceiling. It's going to ricochet off that Geo. And looking for possession, a huge scramble in the upper trap. And now this 1v1 by Pizza Eater. And, Unsound. Unsound's going to find those 2 points as he descends towards goal.
Yeah, going to bring this back into a lead for Revolt, but this time 9-8 with 2.5 minutes left instead of being right at the end of the game and having like a quarter of a second left. So now we're going to see what DC maybe would have done had that first round gone on a little bit longer, and we'll see what they can do in this position.
So with that quick pass to Tube and a slap down towards that bubble, Revolt looking to reply and find it. They do, but can they get that clear through? And they do. They get it past that almost backline player. He's just 4 to those 2 players. And another player from Team DC will be stunned out. Revolt looking for this possession, trying to maintain this 1-point lead. And it's just a scramble for possession as Team DC finds it, getting stunned out by another player of Revolt.
We'll see Blue Spartan with the long pass over to Nostratic, who's going to pass it back to Blue Spartan. They're going to find the one who's going to go for the behind the back shot, but a little bit wide it goes. The slap clear coming out and does end up making it through the tunnel. It does look like it's slowing down quite a bit. And it looks like it will, unless a boost comes through, going to the hands of the one, who will control on the back line.
So the one able to avoid that offensive pressure towards their bubble, getting that clear, bouncing off the Geo, and it's just back and forth so far for the past minute. Time is running out, though, less than a minute and 10 seconds on the clock, so sending it back, they want to play strong possession, and they just recognize that now. They want to run out this clock with this 1-point lead.
Well, will be a good pick coming in from, I believe it was Blue Spartan, into the hands of Nostratic now, who goes for the long shot off the bottom of Shield. Maybe able to fight it, but no, it goes a little bit wide. This doesn't quite make it through midfield. Looks like Kavi will be able to pick it back up, though, here for a moment. Does have a stack on, though. It gets the disc off. Does find the hands of the one, who's then going to find a little bit of a wild pass there. Now into the hands of Pizza Eater, who's going to go for another bit of a clear. And does find the stack, actually, though. Storm into the hands of Illuma Sniper, who does finally get it through the tunnel onto the blue side of the arena.
And these stacks look to retrieve it, trying to find it at ceiling is Revolt. Revolt will lose it, regain it, and he's got a chance. He's making the drive towards goal, and he'll find the 2 points. So Storm will take those 2 points. That's a 3-point lead, and Team DC trying their best, doing a great job, but that will be the second round to Revolt.
Yeah, and an extremely close game. It feels almost like a crime that it ended in 2 rounds, but a super close game. Revolt does take in 2, but two super incredibly close rounds, both won in the last like maybe minute of gameplay each.
And with that being said, I believe that we're gonna kick it to Hex.
Yeah, it was a really close match again. Really cool to see that you could actually see that both teams are warmed up and they're much calmer, and they finally found their zen, so to speak, and they had much better intercepts, better positioning, some great passes, and some great long shots as well. Also, really good offensive play from Nostratic, where he can just he knows what he can do, and he knows his limits, and if he can walk it in, he just walks it in. I would love to see more from these teams, because I think later down the season these will be a really good matchup when they eventually improve in the game with Echo. Yeah.
So with that being said, my overlay is a little bugged, so it will be Revolt taking this in two rounds and taking the series. And with that being said, we're going to transition to the end of this stream. Swift is going to take over as cameraman for the next stream between Rox and me, and Hex will also be doing analysis. So I thank you for watching, and we'll be back on VRML Channel 2 in just a few minutes.
Season 3 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Rebuff Reality, Asterion Products, ProTube VR, VR Cover, Fixed Gaming, and VRware.net.